Hello, this is Barbara Beckley, and I know I am streaming on three different lives. So I just want to tell everybody good evening. How is everybody doing? I want to go right into this. Year of Vision 2020. Is it the vision year for you? Now, it's been on my heart for the last few months because, as everyone knows, I'm just thinking about this. We all at the beginning of 2020, in January, really in December of last year, we were telling ourselves, you hear it all over the place. It's the vision. It's 2020. It's the vision year. It's gonna be we're gonna be really being able to be focused and do things and get things together. It's just the vision 2020, with our 2020 vision, all that. Everything was being talked about even before the new year came in January. January hit, people were, I seen posts, I seen branding, I've seen people talking, messages coming out, how it was the vision 2020, the year of the vision 2020. February hit. It was just, people were just on it. And then we came to March. In fact, a week before my birthday, I remember it well. We got the call from our manager to come to her desk. And she basically told us, you all need to get your laptops and whatever you need at this point in time, and you're going to have to go home. And the first thing I was saying is, okay, get what I need. I felt like there was a fire in the building or something. Like, okay, what's going on? Didn't know exactly. They just said, upper management said that they had to send everybody home and they'll let us know when we can come back to the office. And they'll send a message through our texts and through our emails to let us know what is going on, why we were sent home in the middle of the day. Now, mind you, in the corporate world, the last thing that they want to do is send their workers home because they're trying to make money. I'm just being honest and raw here. So I knew for a fact that something was really going wrong. Something was up, as they say. And when I got home, as soon as I got home, this was the kicker. As soon as I got home, they sent that message out to everybody and basically said, there's been notice of a pandemic that's out and it's in the United States. And they just basically put the list down of everything we need to do. They couldn't tell us when we would come back to work. They basically wanted us to stay home. Period. That was in March, a week before my birthday. Happy birthday, Barbara. And it's funny because I had plans that weekend too. And all that was canceled. Not just for my cancel of everything that I was going to do, but everybody's life that you had anything that you was going to go outdoors to do anything, go to a restaurant, go to a movie, go shopping, visit a friend, visit a relative, visit a coworker, whatever you want to do was canceled, period, because of this pandemic, COVID-19, as we call it. And then the year of the vision started going, like it was all hyped up. January, February, well, really March, January, and February, and then it started going down March. And then you heard all the other stuff that was going on. Oh my God, this is the end of the life and all this and everything because of this pain. Because we were just stuck at home. We couldn't go anywhere. We couldn't do what we really wanted to do, as they said. We couldn't step out and see our friends and we couldn't go and just go to a movie by ourselves or go get a bite to eat. All that was just stopped. I heard people say, I'm on lockdown. I'm locked down for forever, it seems like. I can't even see my mother and my dad, especially the mothers and dads that are in assisted home living. You could just only see them in Zoom. So Zoom became our window of life. Zoom and StreamYard, as I'm using now, and any other device that's out there that you can see through a camera. This was our livelihood moving forward from March until now. And we're in October. And then I went back and I said to myself, I was just reminiscing about everything I just said. And I said, okay, the year of vision 2020. Is it the vision year for you? I want to ask that question to each and every one of you out there. And I'm going to tell you something. Way when this started, I was like, I didn't know what to think. The only thing I was thinking is safety and hope everybody else was safe. That was my first thing. The second thing was, what is going on? Because every day, if you remember back at the way beginning when we started, we didn't know what we were in for. We didn't know how much we would have to deal with the fact that we need to run out the door or before you got home that day. Because when they sent us home, I had to stop and get food and supplies. And oh my God, I get in the store, there is rampant of people in there getting toilet paper, getting sanitary stuff. Now this is new me. Don't even know, still don't understand what's going on. Remember, when I left my job that day, they didn't tell us exactly the details of stuff. They just said they didn't let us know. So when I'm going to the store, everything's out. All like the things that you would just say, why would that be out? It was out. I mean, even the dishwashing detergent liquid was gone. Any kind of soap product, gone. Any kind of sanitize, whatever, gone. Any kind of alcohol, peroxide, gone. Any kind of orange juice, anything with acid in it, gone. Water, couldn't find. Different foods, anything that was packed in cans, gone. Um, Supplies. Now this was odd. I noticed supplies, paper and pens and everything. A lot of that stuff was gone. And when I think about it now, I understand why people were taking certain things. Because first of all, we didn't know when we would come back, be able to come back out of our house. I mean, I was looking for rice. I just wanted some rice. Gone. I mean, it was just, oh my God. The year of vision 2020. Is it the vision year for you? So I kept asking myself, I said, okay, now that I feel like I'm in this movie, and it felt like a movie. I mean, I don't know if anybody else felt like that or feels like that now, that we were in a movie. And there's a lot of movies that deal with what we're dealing with now that they made. So you kind of think to yourself, do they know? They really know that this might have happened? I mean, they made so many different movies about different diseases taking over. Something to think about, right? Your vision 2020. So I'm bringing this up because I had to ask myself, was this a year of vision for me? And I have to say, it was. This year has been a huge, huge vision 2020. And I'm going to say this. It showed me a lot of things about, first of all, me. It showed me that with everything going on in the world, and I always say this, everything around you going crazy, the storms, the hurricanes of life, it showed me that I really needed to dig in deeper in my peace that's right here, that I tell everybody that's right there in your heart. It showed me to be more grateful. It showed me that I had some strength that I didn't even understand that I had. Vision 2020. It showed me to care and reach out to family members and friends that I should have been doing a while ago, but now I had the time to do it. It showed me where I was wrong in a lot of situations, and I had to step back and look at the whole picture of everything and say, is that really why did I go there? Why am I so upset about this? Or why am I so depressed about this? It's out of my control. It showed me that. Vision 2020, the year, Vision 2020. It showed me that I can be bold when I needed to be bold. It showed me that I could reach for the stars, even though they were in my castle of my townhouse, but the stars were still out there. And what I mean by that is it showed me to reach for the stars in my own life, to pull it together and to see the creativity that I didn't even know I had. I used to tell everybody, I have no creativity. I always got to find somebody to create something or do this. It showed me to collaborate with others that have talents that I don't have, and the talents that I have that they don't have, and come together and collaborate. Your Vision 2020 showed me that. It showed me to care enough to say, you know what? Maybe I need to give a little bit more. Example of that was when I was going to the store April, May, and we had to go back. We was able to kind of crawl out to go to the store. If you ran out of something like toilet paper and stuff, it showed me 85-year-old woman that was in line trying to look for some toilet paper, and there was only 2 packages left. I was looking for toilet paper too, so we were both in the same boat. We went down the aisle together, and there was 2 left. I was about to grab the toilet paper. I looked at her. I looked down at her because she was short. And she looked at me. And I said, I'm going to give you this. I know it's a need for me, but I want to make sure you have this. I'll deal with it. I'll deal with what I have to deal with. I didn't want to see that 85-year-old woman walk out that store without what her needs were. She looked at me. She said, thank you so much. You're the first person that ever just gave something that was a necessity right now. And I'm like, well, you know what? The necessity is what you need. And this is what showed me the year Vision of 2020. It showed me how to be more compassionate than I thought I ever was. I thought I was compassionate, but it showed me even more. It showed me that I can work with others, even though sometimes I get so frustrated with others. It showed me to just stand back, take a breather, take it in, and then look at yourself and say, well, they might be dealing with something. You don't have children, Barbara. They do. Or they have parents that are elderly. You don't. Or they might have situations going on in their life that you might not deal with. We always gonna magnify our own what we go through, but sometimes that magnified that I was magnifying in my own life to make it bigger, I was shrinking it a little bit more because I had to give more space for others that are dealing with certain issues, and magnify that so I can probably hopefully be there for them. Even if it was just listening to what they had to say. Even if it was just pick up the phone and say, I want to give you a virtual hug. How are you doing? Your Vision 2020. It showed me, now that was me. Now through my business, now I work during the day at home now, but I would always didn't really have enough time, it seemed like, to build the business that I know that was given to me. And is that to help impact women, people in general, but women is my niche. And I found ways and I found time to put things together and make sure that not myself just being visible, not just that myself being visible, but having others to be visible so you can understand all the gifts and the talents that people have in this world as we're going through 2020. Learning. I have increased my learning skills by going to webinars online, by going to conferences, by speaking at conferences. I have spoke from New Orleans to China to I'm trying to think of the other one I just went to Thailand, all in one week. Never would have happened. if the pandemic wasn't going on. Then it showed me I'm going back to strength again. Some people don't know this because I don't advertise this too much because I'm always trying to move forward and helping others move forward. But I know I've talked a little bit about I've lost in a matter of 3 months 10 friends or family about with this pandemic. 10. 10. After the fifth one, I was like, okay, if I get a phone call, I need to take this phone and put it somewhere and turn it off because I just kept getting the news over and over and over again. It showed me that, Barbara, release. It's okay to release. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be a little depressed at this time. But it wasn't okay to stay in it. And that's what I told myself. I want people to know just because, you they say, be the Superman, the Wonder Woman, and all this, and that's awesome. And I know we all are because I'm always talking about how amazing everybody is because you are. You are all truly amazing people out there. But sometimes you just don't feel it. Sometimes it's just not going to be there for you. Sometimes you need that virtual hug. You need that Zoom call right then and there and say, look, get on the line with me. I need to cry it out. I need to talk to somebody right now. It showed me that using this platform that we have right now, we can learn how to still connect to each other. So ask the question. I'm just putting it out there. Year Vision 2020. Was it a really year of vision for you this year so far? Think about it. It's so easy to sit back and talk about everything. The economy is COVID-19 is going up and down. They had it's going up and down and up and down. There's a lot of racial tension going on right now. A lot of racial tension. We got the election coming up. Please vote. Please vote. But we could sit there and stay in that and don't look at the things that the real true vision that should be. And that's look at yourself as still the important part of this universe, the important part that we're in this orbit together. Use the resources that we have. Back in the day, there was another pandemic. I think it was in 1910 or something like that. I was looking at the history of it. They didn't have anything like this. They didn't have TV, they didn't have mail, they didn't have emails, they didn't have Messenger, they didn't have TikTok, they didn't have none of that stuff. All they had was in their house, and they had to do the same thing we're doing. And I tell people, we need to look at the fact that we have so much more right now. Let's utilize it and appreciate it. And I'm not putting nobody and saying, bad person, you shouldn't appreciate, have gratitude. Been there, done that. We all go on our pity parties. I don't like the pity party invitations. Sometimes it just comes to me. Sometimes I take it real quick. I go there, but then I have to rip up that invitation and say, okay, I'm out of this party. I'm not doing it anymore. But just to let everybody know, I just want you to know, Year of Vision 2020. I think out of all the years in my whole life, and I've been here for 52 years, 52. This has been the most incredible, different, remarkable year that I have learned so much to understand how much of an impact and how much gratitude and how much caring that I have to bring it on home moving forward in my life. It was a reminder that we have to really look at ourselves. We had time to do it. We've been sitting here. And then some people, I know those essential workers, they have to still go out every single day. But just remember that no matter what you're facing right this second, right now, that you always have the opportunity to create that impact in somebody else's life. We need each other. We truly need each other. And that's why I keep pushing. And that's why, everything happened in my life. I say, what is there? I had my days, I had my crying days, I had everything going on. But the biggest thing I told myself is that I have to keep pushing on, not just for me, but for every person out there that might be dealing with the fact that they don't understand that this year vision of 2020 is something to learn from and grab a hold of, and tell yourself that, yeah, this was the year vision, because it totally opened my eyes to a lot of things, not just in my life, but in the life of each and every person out there. So be true to yourself. Be true to yourself and know that we are going to be okay in any situation. As I said earlier, you have to keep this, no matter what's going on here, always find something to keep this. This is your treasure. I always call it the PPD in my brand, your purpose, passion, and drive. I call it the diamond factor in you. You have to keep this at peace, because this is your foundation to be able to move forward in what we're doing. Now, we're not done yet. There's a lot of things going on. November 3rd is a big, big day, as everybody's saying. But no matter what happens, you are all conquerors in this world, because we have took this and we've been riding with this. So whatever happens right now, it just adds on to the year vision of 2020, just learning more. I love each and every one of you. Thank you for listening. Hope this brought value, but the biggest thing I hope for, it created an impact in your life. Take care. Your vision 2020 is the vision year for you. Bye.